Hi everyone, my name is Nikki Samonath. I play the character Nashika Hammond in the series High Currency. So for me, the longest, not necessarily scene, I'd say, but scenes are the bank scenes because they run into each other. Just run into each other. And there was no rest when it comes to those bank scenes. And then from one office to the other, one office to the other. So you can have about 8 to 10 scenes, all having continuity straight through, all happening in the bank. And then maybe one of them will cut through to the house and back at the bank. I have the internet, I have storybooks, and then I have question and answers. Basically, I'll explain each and every one of them. Now, the internet, of course, there's tons and tons of information right there. There are movies, series, cartoon, animation, whatsoever, thanks to other streaming platforms. Now you can even view other countries, languages, everything that has to do with movies, basically on there. So I take a lot of inspiration from on there. And then I have the storybooks, imaginative. I read, I imagine, I read, I imagine, I read, I conspire with myself, and I imagine. And of course, there are a lot of storylines there. Of course, most scripts are taken from stories and storybooks. So I get a lot of inspiration from there as well. And then there's the question and answers by word of mouth. So what I do is I call Ralph. Ralph, what would you do if you fell in this situation? What would you do, or how would you handle this situation? Would you cry? Would you laugh? Would you speak like this? Would you speak like that? And then I watch their gestures, listen to the answers, and then I take that part of it as well and I add it to me. A chap, oh baby, oh what crap.
Hey, Mediaco!
Can I see your phone?
What?
Your phone, where is it?
If I have to do that, I normally watch again, thanks to the internet, thanks to digital platforms and streaming services. I always go to content that has foreign language or foreign accents. Example, the infamous Bridgerton, which is strictly British. If you want to go there, you have to try and knock. So you have the accent right there. And of course, we have a lot of American movies out there too. And then we have the Korean sitcoms and series and operas everywhere. So to develop an accent, that's what I do. Oh, I also have translation here, right here. So many apps. It's on the phone. You can get it there and then you can practice. Find someone who's good in French, speak to them in French, or speak to them in a French accent. Find a friend who's a British or has a British accent and speak to them in it. Practice. That's what I do. Nashika Hammond. She's a banker. She is strong-willed, quite obedient, and she hates to fail. And Nashika has also been through a lot of trauma whilst she was growing up, and that's what constitutes to who she is now, which is the strong will and then the refusing to fail, and the fact that if she has to do whatever it takes to achieve whatever she can, she'll do it. So in short, let me put Nashika in 3 adjectives, which is relentless, which is a go-getter, and which is highly intelligent. Set has been smooth. She has been smooth. Like again, I said the casting crew is a kind of close niche, so there hasn't been any held-ups of any sort when it comes to shooting. Everybody's intelligent. Everybody's a professional. When you work with these people, you don't have a problem. I'm so glad to be on the set. I am actually honored to have the lead role, the lead character. That means that I must be doing something good or I must be really talented, and I appreciate that you all saw this in me. I can't wait for you guys to see this. This is an African soap opera. Yes, we have this one here too, and I know you guys will like it. You love it.
Action. Who was that?
That was the sweet, creamy icing on the cake I bought from Crystal Bank.
Really?
You remember I was telling you, how much fun I was having at the bank? Charlie, I moved all my accounts to the bank now, apart from my foreign accounts.
Oh, wow.
They're the only banks I do business with now.
Oh, wow.
And their customer service is good. And this lady, she's handling my accounts perfectly, and she comes with an added bonus.
Really?
So I'm Kingsley Yamwa. I'm playing the role Alaji in the series High Currency. Well, I think I've had a fantastic experience on set. The locations, beautiful locations. I think my best location so far has been the one at our Adome Bridge, overlooking the Adome Bridge. Beautiful, beautiful locations. The cast have been professional. The crew have been professional. We don't spend too much time on a scene, pa, and it's gone. Very good. Well, Alaji, rich, married, business, he's able to mix it well with pleasure. And he has a side chick, but it doesn't look like, he runs after every girl, but I think he's just enjoying this particular one, and it goes well with his business, he's able to mix this pleasure with business. And he is aware of the fact that he can't, he's married, you can't have this girl to yourself, but he'd rather no other person touches her, and then that is where he has issues with her and some of his own friends. But other than that, I think Alhaji is a very nice guy, very nice guy. I think people should really take a look at it. There are some real true life stories in here, and people can learn about life, life's ups and downs. Yeah, it's beautiful. I read the whole script, and the ups and downs and the twists and turns. You will enjoy this. Don't miss this one. High Currency. You'll love it.
Ella, I warned you. I warned you what would happen if you kept on with your silly shenanigans. Now, you see the truth.
Adam, what are you doing? Get your hands off me. Adam, why are you doing this now?
You brought this one to yourself.
Adam, please, I want to expose you. My name is Brianna Kinte, and I am on the set of High Currency. My experience on set has been a very long one. Very long and interesting, of course. I have learned a lot of, things I didn't know before filming. I've met a lot of, awesome people. I've met legends. I've had the opportunity to work alongside them, so it's just been an amazing experience overall. I would say this is my first time playing I wouldn't say major role where I'm a lead character. I've started other films, other productions before, but it was a supporting role. But I have to add this because it's still a part of my resume. I was an extra in Bad Boys 3 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I have to add that. Doesn't matter, it's still on my resume. And I played the bridesmaid in Beach Bums with Snoop Dogg and Matthew McConaughey. So yeah, I just had to add those two. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest role I've had to date. Ella. Oh, she's a very troublesome girl. Very troublesome. Ella, she knows what she wants, and she doesn't stop until she gets what she wants. She's a mother. She's a mother. She's a sister. Can I say she's a side chick or a girlfriend? Can I say that? Okay. Yeah, she's a proper side chick. You know those proper side chicks? You have proper side chicks, and then you have kite side chicks. Ella is a proper one. And she's just, determined to bring her family together. Her boyfriend, he's a married man, and she wants him, to come and be with her so they can, join their family together. And she's just persistent on that. She's a very mischievous girl, and she'll go the extra mile to break his home so he can come to her home and be a happy family. But watch the show. and see what my character is about. That's the most important thing. Bye.
Audio preview.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone.
My name is Joseph Fojo. On High Currency, directed by Mr. Jansa. Bediako is affluent. Bediako actually spent most of his life outside. He's an architect. And he has a younger brother. Bediako is respectable, I'd say. And another thing that I really play around with this character is I always say Bediako is not like you with women, but the fact that he just got out of divorce and he happens to fall in love with Nashika. Nashika's role is kind of difficult to explain. I mean, her personality in the whole thing. So I would say, I mean, he's a mommy's boy as well, because the mom is always trying to have a say in who he dates and who he doesn't date. And I think he's a good guy for the fact that he opted for celibacy and all, but that's just Bediako. That's how I see the character, and then I had to take on that. The High Currency has been I don't know how to put it in words, but it's something out of the blue, and then I just had to do it. And it's been an experience meeting new people, and I'm basking in it. All the characters are giving their all. Cast, everybody is putting in work to bring out one of the best series in Ghana, and it's going to air on Akwaaba Magic DSTV. So I urge everybody to look out for it this year. Thank you.
Okay, then I'll be done. Yeah. Okay, sure. How do you think? All right, bye. Hi. My name is Kobna Emisasam. I'm shooting for High Currency series. My role is Ken. Ken is the role that I'm playing. And who is Ken? Ken is a banker who is in love with one of his colleagues, happens to be Nashika. But then, for some reason, Nashika doesn't give him that attention needed. And then, ironically, another co-worker Ifua is interested in him, and he is not interested in that co-worker that is Ifua. But I think Ken is a sociopath, or I don't know why, because Ken is crazy. But Ken is trying to hide his character, suppress the character because of the work that he does. But with a little provocation, he can be very ruthless. He can be very what's the word to use? He can go crazy. He can go berserk. He can do the unthinkable, you know. So Ken has a two-faced character, if I should put it that way. There's a Ken that you probably will love, and there's a Ken that you either feel sorry for or you hate. That is how I see Ken, because you at the end of the day, you try to figure out whether you should hate Ken for being ruthless, or you want to sympathize with him because of where he's coming from, trying to get somebody that he loves that the person is not giving him the attention. So that is how I'll put it. I would say Ken has a two-face, you know. The part that makes him like the cool, calm gentleman, and there's the part that can make him go crazy. And I love that, in the role, because it gives me the opportunity to be very dynamic and play almost like a two-role. So I'm playing a good side of me, and then now I have to, at a point, I have to switch and then be a bit crazy than I am before. So it's an interesting role, and I love it. Well, shooting has been great. I mean, like I said in the beginning, everything that I saw in the beginning, when we even met to do the table read at the banquet hall, I was so amazed myself, because I felt that, like, yeah, I mean, this is really a banquet hall, and such things really actually boost your character. It makes you build a character very well, because the environment itself is contributing to you building your character. And so the experience for me has been good, because amazing actors that we are working with, the crew has been very helpful and interesting in a way. You know, we joke, we play, we work hard. So for this particular project, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. That is the word I can use. It's been amazing.
What must I do? Come to you, come to you.